Today we're going to go over the top 10 most expensive homes that have sold over the past month in the Metro Detroit area. So this is something a little bit new for me. We're going to jump into the map, jump into my system, and take a look at each and every one of these houses individually on the map and in my system. So we're going to go over these in detail. I have not looked at all of these yet, so your guess is as good as mine if these houses are indeed worth the money that someone spent on them. So we're going to take a look at everything. We're going to look at the photos, we're going to look at the map, we're going to look at everything else. So let's go ahead and jump into the system now. All right, so this is the number 10 10 out of 10, high, not the highest sale, but number 10 out of, we'll get all the way down to number 1. But this one right here, this is 25867 Shoreline Drive in Novi, Michigan. You'll see that a lot of these other ones, I did peek a little bit, so I do see that a lot of them are in a totally different zone of Metro Detroit. But this is Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb County are the counties that I included on this list. So if anybody complains that I've just honed in on one, it's not true. I've got a bunch of different areas, but these are just the top 10 sales here. So this place right here was listed for $2 million, and it ended up selling for $2,020,000. So it did go $20,000 over asking. We look at the stats here. It is a little over 8,000 square feet total finished square footage, so 8,000 square feet. The finished above grade is 5,400. You can see this view back here of the water. Come on. Of course it's going to slow down for me right now. Let's get off here and then click it again. You kidding me? Let's see if I have to refresh this for you. Okay, so you can see the water back here. So this is the Island Lake subdivision in Novi. So these lots are obviously going to be the premium lots, the ones that more people pay more money for, and it sort of it screws up the value of houses a little bit. So when houses come up for sale on these interior lots, it screwed up on sites like Zillow because it says, oh, it's worth this, but really, is it? You know, you can see the water, but you don't have direct access to it. So if we look through here, let's click through these photos a little bit. So how do you feel about these double staircased entryways? If you've watched any of my other tours, I do a lot of home tours. I'm not a huge fan of them. I think that a lot of times they waste space. They're there just to look grand. I think they look nice, but I would prefer one of them to be a slide. That's what I always say, because why not? You can just go up one side and shoot down the other. So then coming through here, let's see. Okay, so I assume this is maybe like straight through, I guess. It's hard to tell how this house is really laid out. There is not a video, which is surprising to me. A lot of these houses in the million plus range, a lot of them don't have any video marketing, which blows my mind. Like I would do just do something, right? So let's see here. Nice white, bright kitchen. I do like that. Lots of cabinet space in here. Huge island. I do like the island. So you have a sink right here, right at the corner, and then you have one over here. I kind of like that. So you have two prep zones. You've got, what is this here? I like the black back here. So right at the back door, you do have the black. It's like a charcoal dark blue paint for the dining room. So this is looking backwards and through the entryway. It's a good look. I will give it that. How do you feel about these posts? I know a lot of people don't like them. Some people love them, but I guess it's individual opinion here. So this is obviously decorated for Christmas. This was around Christmas time when it sold, or when they took the photos, and then it sold last month. So I like, there's hardwood floors everywhere. So they looks like this is a main floor primary bedroom. Either that or that's not a primary bedroom. See, again, I wish that there was some sort of video tour so I could see how this place is laid out. I imagine this is up near the front of the house. Yeah, so we look here. You've got, so this is on the other side. This looks like a Toll Brothers build. A lot of the Toll Brothers builds have this same sort of layout and flow where you walk in your front door, you've got this grand entry with 2 staircases, kitchen back and over to the side, and then a in-law suite or something on your main floor. So that's probably what we were seeing there. And they're building these places, newer versions of this house. I actually did a Toll Brothers tour not too long ago. A newer version of this house is like 2.7 million. I think it was on that tour. You can check out that video where I did a full detailed walkthrough, but you can see that they don't have that loft type space here. This has got to be a Toll Brothers build. That's exactly what this looks like to me. So then this would be the primary suite, and then you have this fireplace here. They're cool. I mean, like, how do you feel about these fireplaces? Like, would you want one of these sort of sticking out, dividing the room a little bit? I think it's cool if you have your couch and your little sitting area here. Not a terrible look. I don't know. I think I prefer just a regular fireplace instead, if you're going to have one, if you insist on having one. These standalone tubs with the tile work around them, I don't see a ton of those anymore. We see a lot of just solo freestanding tubs now. It's weird because this is, you have the earthy tones here and the redwood here, and then we transition over here into this area. Is that the laundry? Yeah, it is the laundry. Go into the laundry room and you have dark charcoal cabinets, which I like. So it just looks like, I don't know, like a flip-flop of different times, really. So this is another bedroom. It looks like that's probably a Jack and Jill. I hate that I'm guessing with some of this stuff, but it's hard to tell when there's no real way to see how it looks. I'm gonna click through a little bit. Okay, so then we get to the basement. Finished basement. This is vinyl plank flooring. I hate vinyl plank flooring when it's on your main floor. I'm just not a big fan of it. I shouldn't say hate. I don't love it. But I don't mind it when it's in a basement. I feel like that's a good use case for it when it's in a basement, or even on a lake house. I think it's fine on a lake house. Or if you have a house with a finished basement and a pool, I think it works fine because you don't want to kill your hardwood floors. So let's see here. I know people are very, very mixed about that. A little hangout zone here. Oh, like the adult speakeasy. Oh, I like it. I like it. It's kind of my style. So you have a full bath here, or the shower. Some people don't like these lips here, where it's a lip where you have to actually step over and in to get to your shower. It doesn't bother me. I think that's fine. Nice gym. So this is a lot of space. An extra bedroom with an egress window. So it does have to have an egress window if you're going to finish a basement. If you plan to have a bedroom in that basement, it has to have 2 points of exit in order for it to be considered a legal bedroom. So this is a legal bedroom. It can be added to the bedrooms when you're marketing the house. So it's the bathroom, and there's that view. So you've got that big yard and the view. Oh, we've got a garden there too. So I think that's pretty cool. A lot of areas you just don't have the space and you can't really do that. Now this is not an all sports lake. This is going to be a lake where you can have kayaks and canoes, paddle boards, things like that. You have a little beach area. You can enjoy it like a lake, but it is not something where you're going to like rip around in a jet ski. So if you want to move to the Metro Detroit area and you're looking for a house on a lake, this is probably not what you're thinking of. It's just a really nice view, and you can enjoy it. It's just a little bit different than having a house on a lake. So look at that. That's beautiful. You've got the little island out there. So I think all in all, I like it. I like the size of it. A lot of the Toll Brothers builds, I don't love all of the layouts that they do. I feel like they make things big just to be big. They try to look impressive, which is fine if that's what you want to go for. But I think there's a lot of other builders out there that build some beautiful homes for the same price and that make a little bit more sense. You've got the drone shot here. So then let's look at where this is in relation to everything else. So here again, so we're in Novi here. Let me blow this up so you don't have double Paul on your screen. So you've got, let me pull this over. So we're in Novi here, and if we zoom out, you can sort of see where everything is. So Novi is here. Detroit is right here. It's about a 30-minute drive. The airport is down here, so if you need to get to the airport. This is where a lot of people that are looking for things like great schools, not a ton of crime, like just a good all-around community. They like Novi, the Northville area. Northville does have a really cool downtown. Novi does not have a downtown, but they do have a mall. So I've done videos about both Northville and Novi. That is the Novi's claim to fame is this mall right here. This is the 12 Oaks Mall. It's huge, but it's just a lot of shopping. So you have 12 Oaks over here. You have another shopping center over here, another shopping center over here. It's a lot of shopping. So if you like shopping, this is probably your zone. So again, it's pretty easy access everywhere. And again, like I said, some of the best schools in the state. Most websites will tell you the same thing, some of the best in the state, and that is the reason that people like this area. So what do you think? 2 million, a little over 2 million? Do you think it was worth it? You're on a lake, but not like a legit lake. Let me know what you think about that. And then let's go to the next one here. So let's click off here, and let's go to number 9 on our list. So this is 1555 Lone Pine Road in Bloomfield Township. Let's see if we have a video here. Cool. All right. Okay. So I love the photographers that do this stuff, that shoot these videos. But my one criticism for a lot of these types of videos is you cannot truly get an idea of the layout of the house. I have no idea how this house is laid out. It is almost 12,000 square feet, and I have no clue of how this place is laid out. Well, the one thing I can tell you is that I'm 99.99% sure this thing was probably built in the mid-90s. Let me see here. Yep, 1995, which makes sense. And it was updated in 2005. So that means that they probably put some work into it in the mid-2000s. They didn't do a full renovation to it. But this looks like a 90s house, right? It screams 90s. But I have no idea how it's laid out. I don't know where the bedrooms are. I don't know where the bathrooms are. I wouldn't know like how to get around it. That's just how this stuff works. So you'll see again, if you watch my channel at all, you know, like I do full tours of these places so that we can get a real clear understanding of how they're laid out. So this place was listed at right around 2.3 million, and it sold at 2,025,000 after 142 days on the market. Let's see here. Let's take a look at some of the. So looking here, this is me just being nitpicky, but the roof is definitely showing signs of granule loss. So this roof will need to be replaced sooner than later. Look at that. You see that glass thing right there? That's pretty cool. It reminds me of like a Holiday Inn. And we already saw a lot of this in the video tour of it. Again, to me, this screams 90s, like these little sconce lighting here, this like upside down boat situation that you've got going on here. Let's see here. Oh yeah, black toilet, of course. Like a hall of mirrors going on here. Look how messed up that looks. That is crazy. So let's see here. So then, not a big, like the furniture isn't a big deal, but it doesn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense for the house itself. Like that's something that you would see in like an old-timey home and not a 1990s build. I'm not saying that you should have 90s furniture in there. Decorate it like the Peach Pit from a little Saved by the Bell reference. If anybody out there watched Saved by the Bell like I did, I grew up with it. So you have this office here. What is that? Look at this triangle thing here. Put some trophies on that. All right, so you've got your dining room looking out in the woods. I'm curious to see what it looks like from the map view. In the video I did see, it looks like it's on a fairly busy main road, which would be a detractor for a lot of people, depending. So then, like, these stools look like they're very 90s, like they were originally built with the house. Let's see what else we have here. I want to see that pool room. Yeah, another crazy Hall of Mirrors situation here. It's just wild. Come on. Okay, so you see right here that this is glass all the way from the top to the bottom, so that's a steam shower, so that's really cool. I do like steam showers. I like saunas, so anytime I see those, I get excited. It's like a waiting room, area, I guess. Let's see. If you're still watching this, I appreciate it. This is going to be a long video. We are only on house 2. So some of this furniture looks like it's from the... What in the world? You see this? I mean, if you've looked away, you need to look back right now. It's like it's on the Starship Enterprise. All right, what else do we have here? Clicking through. This is so 90s. Oh, man, with the red and the black and the wood. All right, so we're in the basement now. I know when they were making these design choices, they're like, this is timeless. This will never go out of style. It has. You've got a full kitchen down there, so that's cool for entertaining because you do have the pool. There it is. There's the pool, and you've got the jacuzzi right here. Right there, spilling over. Love it. All these mirrors. God, look at all those mirrors. There it is from the outside again, looking like a spaceship. Look at that. Imagine trying to control the weeds through these. Man, it's got to be a nightmare. Things I think about. I like the deck. I like the view from outside. That's nice too. I don't know if that's... I assume at one time this was a water feature where the water would actually fall down here. A lot of these end up like this where they just stop using. So that's the backyard. Let's see here how many more photos we have. Okay, so it's like a big pond in your backyard. Not quite like the last place that we looked at. Let's look at it on a map. So this is Bloomfield Hills. So it's in Bloomfield Township with Bloomfield Hills Schools. Let's take a look here. So it's right on Lone Pine. So that is a main road. So if we took our little guy and popped him right here. So it's a pretty, I mean, it's a double yellow. It's not, you know, it's not a huge, it's not like a 4-lane main road. But it is a fairly busy stretch. Now in this area, you do have a lot of lakes around here. So you have Orchard Lake Village, Cass Lake. So I think if I'm going to spend $2 million-ish, I would like to be on one of the actual lakes and not the giant pond. But you tell me, how do you feel about that place? So Bloomfield Hills right here. You've got Birmingham right here, and then in relation to Detroit, if you're counting that, it's pretty close. So you could just jump on Woodward right here and just shoot right down to the city of Detroit. So the location is great, and that's why a lot of people like it. A lot of people like the big open lots, but you will not find sidewalks. So if we look back at the first house that we saw on that list, those have sidewalks. There's actually sidewalks in a lot of the communities in Novi, especially the houses that are built around that time. In these homes, so Bloomfield Hills, Farmington Hills, Rochester Hills even, you don't have a lot of sidewalks. You don't have a lot of fences, and you don't have a lot of sidewalks, and that's just something, it's like a trade-off, just something you have to learn to deal with. So let's go to number 8 on our list here. Oh, that's number 10. We don't want that one. All right, so 739 Lakeview in Birmingham, Michigan. So I love Birmingham. You've probably heard me talk about Birmingham a ton. I think it's one of the greatest places in the world. It's expensive to live there, but it has all the things. So it has good schools, great location. It has everything. It's super, super, super walkable. Tons of parks, so you can walk out of your front door and go to a park. So this one was originally listed at $2.35 million, and it sold for $2.1 million after 69 days on the market. Let's see here. No video for this place. So we have no idea how this. We're just gonna have to go in raw here to take a look at this place. I like. So this is sort of like a transitional design. You've got these covered archways for the garage. Now a lot of houses in Birmingham, they'll have garages with a setback, so you'll have detached 2-car garages in the backyard, where this one actually has an attached 2-car garage. And let's see here, it's on 0.38 acres, which doesn't seem like a lot, but a lot of the Birmingham lots are a lot smaller. It's a lot of lots. So you've got this green siding here, this tan trim, a lot of this stonework. Let's see, exposed aggregate here. I like that. I like the look of it. So this looks like, let me click back real quick here. So it was built in 1923 and then renovated in 2002, but I'm assuming it wasn't this size in 1923. That was probably the original house, and then they do a renovation, and then they add a ton of space onto it. So let's see what it looks like on the inside here. Sorry about that. We have 73 photos to go through. We won't go through them all. We'll go quick. Okay, so that's a design choice. So this matches the overall theme of the house. I don't know where these rooms are. Sorry, I keep clicking off here. I have no idea where the rooms are. I wish I could tell you. I did not visit this house in person, but this room has a bathroom off of it. Is that a bedroom? Is it a craft room? I don't know. What is this? Is this the same one? What is that? So there we've got the living room here, the single blade fan, which is wild. It's crazy looking. So this looks like it was added on at some point. This looks like it was probably an exterior wall, and they did a drop down and added this space back here. These honey looking oak cabinets and floors. How do you feel about that? Do you like that it's they're not matchy, but you've got this green range back here, sort of a yellowy island with a butcher block top. I think, yeah, butcher block. Oh, I guess it's light green. So they've done some stuff too. It's not super open. You have a bit of an open concept here because of this area here from here to here, but it's hard to get an idea of the actual flow of this. Let's see. I have no idea where this is in the house. Man, just you're a real estate agent, just let me come through and do an actual tour of the house to actually show what it looks like. We'll put it on my channel. An elevator. I did not expect to see an elevator in this house. It was not on my bingo card. See over here in this bedroom, there's some sort of a bedroom, I think, or laundry room with a ladder. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, so then this is another steam shower, so it's fully glass enclosure here. You have the dual vanities. This looks like it was multiple spaces and then they blew it out. So when they did a renovation, they increased the size of it. This was probably 2 rooms or 2 bathrooms completely, and they did what they could with it. So you see a lot of that in Birmingham, or if it's an old-timey house, it's like things are just added on. You go through a bedroom and then you're into another bedroom. Either that or you see full knockdown and rebuilds. Okay, so this is that office that we could see from before. Man, this is a very confusing house. It probably makes more sense if you're there in person. So this is your primary bedroom. So I don't know why we're here now when we just went through this area. I guess maybe this is study off the bedroom. No idea. Sometimes the photos aren't really laid out very well either. So then we have this porch off of a bedroom looking out in the yard. Not bad. I like it. Nursery. Where's this laundry at? Cork flooring here, so that's pretty cool. And then they have this tile lip here, just in case you have any, overflows or floods. Man, this is a wild house. Okay, so then this was done. That was probably part of the 2005 renovation. This looks very 2005. Mid 2000s, we saw a lot of this type of tile work. And a lot of those, I wonder if they have any of those sinks that are just a bowl that sit on the counter. We saw a lot of those. So let's see if we can find one of those. Might not. Oh, a little putting green. That's cool. I don't golf, but I like cars, so I'm always looking for garages. Always looking for my dream Porsches in garages. That's my thing. But golf's cool. What's the point of this? What is this thing? Somebody out there, tell me. What is that for? I think it's zero function. People out there are going to laugh at me, but that is a huge yard for Birmingham. Birmingham lots do not have yards this big, most of them, unless you're paying millions. I mean, that's probably why the person bought this house. They probably really like the size and the space, because you just don't get this. You typically have to rely on parks in Birmingham. Look at this. So the neighbor has a basketball court back there, a half court. Of course they do. It's a really nice house over there. That's what we see a lot of. Knockdowns, full rebuilds. Oh, well, that's nice. So they did give us a floor plan, but you have to sit there and study that thing. So we're back to square one here. It was a cash sale. So all right. So let's look at it on the map, see where it is in relation to downtown Birmingham. So it's not far out of downtown Birmingham. You do have Corton Lake right here. So this is Corton Lake. So you're in the Corton Lake Estates. You have a lot of really nice houses along Lakeside Drive right here. And then there is a whole trail system that goes all through here. So you could walk out of your house, go for a run or a walk. I really like walkable communities, and I think Birmingham is probably the most walkable community in Metro Detroit. It's really nice. So you can come over here to downtown. You can walk around downtown Birmingham, and you can get right back to the trails. You've got a lot of golf and everything else around. So just a really nice zone. So let's look at it on the street view, see how it looks. So these are the types of neighborhoods you have in Birmingham. So look at this. So your actual street is not very wide. They're not all like this, but most of them all have sidewalks like this. Let's see, where is it at in relation here? It's not even one of these. But the roads are slim, and then you have a lot of these little cutouts here so that you can park. Because there's not a lot of places to park, because I don't think they really planned for this when they were originally laying out the city of Birmingham. All right, so let's go to number 7 on the list. Oh man, I keep going the wrong way. Sorry about that. All right, so this is 3535 Burning Bush Road, originally listed for $2.225 million, sold for $2.13 million. 0 days on the market, so it sold instantly, which is really cool to see. Oh, and we have no photos of it. So this was a list. They threw the photo up just to show that they sold it, and they sold it. So there's really no way for me to tell you if it's worth it or not. No other photos. Certainly not a video. Let's look at it where it's at. I should probably tell you how much the taxes are on these places too. Taxes are my favorite thing to talk about. So this is in Bloomfield Village, which is a really cool little zone here. It's not very big, but if you can find a place in there, snag it, and that's probably what these people did. They were like, we want it, we're gonna take it. So let's see here. So it's Bloomfield Township. It's Bloomfield Township, but it's Birmingham schools, so you're really close to Birmingham still. So you get the added benefit of the Birmingham schools. And the taxes on this, let's see. Do they even have the taxes listed? 12. So right about $20,000, a little over $20,000, like $22,000 a year for taxes. And that was on the rate that the previous owner was paying. So you'd actually pay more than that if you were to purchase it. So do you think that is worth $2.1 million? I don't know. I can't tell you. I can tell you that it's right around 5,000 square feet total finished. I have no idea what it's like on the inside. Updated 2017, so it's not like it's brand new. So let's see here. Next one on our list, 950 Waddington Street, Bloomfield Township. So this is another one. It's Bloomfield Township, mailing city is Bloomfield Hills, and it's Birmingham schools. So you have to type all that in when you're trying to calculate the taxes. So if you're trying to figure out how much your tax rate is going to be on that. This one took forever to sell. So it was on the market for 768 days. I'm surprised I didn't view it. Maybe I did. Original list price on this was $2.675 million, and it ended up selling for $2.5 million. So not even a huge price. I say not even a huge price reduction, but it's not like it was a gigantic price reduction. Let's see if we have a video for this. Let's see, how much are the taxes on this? 20, 30, 35, 36, $37,000 a year in taxes. And that's current rate. So that is what the previous owner was paying. You would pay more. So let's see if they have a video here. Oh, is this going to be a video, like an actual tour? All right, they started out so strong, right? Like you started out at the front door, you sort of get an idea for the flow of it. This is a 7,400 square foot house, and could you tell me how it's laid out? Because I have no idea. And this is where things like that can really, it can just drives me a little crazy. It'd be so easy to do. So let's take a look and see how they laid out the photos, see how it looks in here. I like that roof. Weird thing for me to like. Man, look at that backyard. That is sweet. Got that pool, the whole hangout zone back here, hydrangeas sort of blocking everything. And really what you're trying to do there is add a little bit of privacy. So you have this hedge wall here, all the greenery you can, because Birmingham's not super private because you have very small lots. Let's see here. Well, that's a 0.84 acre lot, so that's actually kind of a massive lot for Birmingham. So you go in the front door, we did see that. Here's the kitchen. I don't know where we're at right now. I like it though. I like the herringbone here, the subway tile here, a little accent line there, not bad. This looks like I forgot what they call that, but it's like a honed granite where they rough it up or they use a flame on it so that it doesn't have that super shiny look to it. Like the fixtures, I like what they've done here. Real hardwood floors, of course. I mean, you should have hardwood floors if you're in this price range. Slate tile here. I'm not a huge fan of slate. It feels to me this situation here feels very chopped up. So it feels like it's sort of pasted on, or like this was a sunroom at one point in time and then they boxed it in. It probably wasn't. It was probably just a design choice, but that's the feeling that I get from, I like this. I like this accent here in the half bath. I don't know where we're at now. Oh, now we're in a sunroom. The wood up here. So let's go back here. I don't think this is actual real hardwood, but it's definitely, so we've seen 3 different flooring types, 3 different shades, 3 different types. That's not my favorite thing. Let's see here. So let me try to get a good feeling. So front door here. Stairway, kitchen is back here. Okay, I guess it makes sense. Sort of. So a lot of times when I'm working with people from out of state, I'll go and do the tours for them so that they can get a better idea of how the house is actually laid out, because before that it was like just trying to map it out based on the photos, trying to figure it out. So then again, so this is what is this, a 5th flooring color? Unless it's just the lighting, but this floor down here is a different shade than this, and then we have the slate somewhere else, and then we have that light laminate, maybe wood floor somewhere else. I don't know. That's a lot of flooring, a lot of different flooring. I like just one. See, even right here. So you've got this lighter floor here, and then it transitioned to this dark, unless it's the shadow, but I'm pretty sure. One of 2 things happened. Either they consciously made the decision to have a different shade of floor, or they did it at a different time because this was carpeted in here, and they laid this down and they tried to match it and didn't do a super good job of it. I don't know. So I assume this is your primary, and this feels very tight. Maybe it's just the angle of the photo, but it seems like you only have maybe a couple feet right here between you and the glass wall. Can you imagine waking up at night and you look and there's just like someone standing there looking at you? It probably doesn't happen, but still, this can't be the primary bedroom. That is too little. I think it is. What do you do with this whole zone around here? So it just seems wasted space. Probably talked more people out of buying houses just by dissecting them. All right, so we've got this curved mirror situation, this brickwork, this faux brickwork that stops like right there. That's cool. Let's go backwards here. So you got the pool, got a nice yard, putting green. Oh, volleyball? Are you kidding me? How? So it's things like this that I wonder, unless your kids play volleyball. So that is the only exception. That's the only time I can see this actually being used. But this is one of those things where I look at it and I say, how often are you going to actually be playing volleyball? And are you just doing this so you don't have to cut that lawn? Oh, then you have what in the world? You have the half court here. Is that a full court? That's a half court. Or maybe it's full. There's a lot going on in that backyard, especially for Birmingham. It is wild. Cooking zone. So we have an outdoor kitchen out here. Man, you've got a mudroom with the slate tile. I have no idea where. This is upstairs somewhere. I have no idea where it's at though. Oh, it's 3 floors. Look at that. That's a cool shot. I do like that. So I don't know for sure, but I would assume originally that this was probably boxed in. A lot of these really old homes, there's like a door here, and you walk up into your 3rd floor, like the Home Alone house, Macaulay Culkin, trapped in the attic. It's this exposed brick back here. Okay. So this might be a steam shower, I'm not sure. Let's see here. Okay, so now we're back to where we're at now. So 2.5 million. So it's hard for me to say it's not worth it because it's such a massive lot. There's so much space, so much room with that house. There's so much you can do with it. Where people are spending $2 million plus for really tiny lots, I would say that for this one, I think that it is worth it, and they did get some money off here, so not terrible. And if we look at it on the map, let's see here. It's not really close to downtown Birmingham, so a lot of people like to be really close to the downtown zone, but when you get closer, so the price goes up. So if you're going to be real close, like over in Quarton Lake Estates over here, over in any of these zones, the price will skyrocket. But a lot of these have much smaller lots, so it's sort of a trade-off. Like, do you want a larger lot? Then a lot of times you have to go closer to Bloomfield, which is over here. So when you get closer to Bloomfield Village and Bloomfield, then you're going to get a bigger lot, and it's not as walkable to the downtown area. So let's. I didn't plan on spending so much time on this house, but I would like to see what the street looks like. So again, sort of the crummy streets. They're not the nicest street. This person right here has all these rocks so that nobody parks there, which is humorous because you do see so many people parking on the side. So not the greatest, but you do have sidewalk streets. And again, that's why everybody likes Birmingham. It's one of the reasons everybody likes Birmingham. So let's see here. Let's go to number 5 on the list. Ooh, Franklin. So this is where Dan Gilbert, the owner of, or the founder of Quicken Loans and the guy who's trying to save the city of Detroit, he lives in Franklin. And I love talking about Franklin because it's such a small zone where you drive through and you don't even know that you're driving through it. Like you in it and then you're out of it. So let's take a look here. There's not a video. Of course. Original list price was $2.99999, and it sold for $2.6. So that's a pretty hefty. That's a $400,000 price reduction. $500,000. It's a pretty hefty price reduction here. I remember seeing this place come up. It's been on the market for quite a while. So you do have this gated entry, which I think is really cool. Let's take a look at these photos. Man, I wish there was a video of this place. Very cool. Very nice. This reminds me of the Lions head coach, Dan Campbell. He has a house that looked sort of similar to this that he sold after some people found out what his address was, and they were like threatening him and stuff. So he had a place that was sort of similar to this. I think his was nicer though. Look at this like metallic ceiling. What do we have going on here? I don't love this brickwork. Let me know how you feel about it. If you have comments about any of these design choices, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. So you do have, let me see, we've got one flooring type so far. I like that. I don't really like the golden oak color. Ooh, now that's a choice. So bright blue countertops. It'd be funny if this was the Lions head coach. If this was his house, it'd be hilarious. He's like, I wanted this. Honolulu blue. For those of you not from Detroit or Metro Detroit, that's the Lions color. Wolf range, like anything with the word wolf in it. I'm a supporter. Prep area. I don't know where we're at though. I can see the kitchen. I can see the front area over here. Stairs. Laundry. I don't know where the laundry is. Sitting room. The floors look really nice though. I do like those. This wallpaper treatment. So wallpaper is always a hit or miss. Sometimes it can really add to the look of a room, but sometimes it just looks terrible. This might be the primary, so you do have your old school fireplace. Check out the built-in TV. Look at that. Oh, what is that? A CD changer up here and a single speaker. Okay. Got this jacuzzi tub, corner shower situation. So little tiny white accents on your floor. All right. That's a really big shower. Is that in that little corner? It can't be this. Maybe it is. Looks bigger than I thought. Well, I like that they've continued the same flooring. And these little benches here where you can sit and read your books. They only have like 10 books though, so slim pickings. I like all these little reading nooks. And some of this tile work and stuff is really outdated, but it doesn't look bad. Oh no! We gotta just rip through. Let's see, where were we? Okay, we were right around here. Okay. What in the world? Okay. This seems like a pool table or something. It's just a weird zone. It's a weird spot. Giant bedroom with 2 beds in it. I don't know. Is that a second laundry room? Hold on. Got a scrub station here. So right there you can see a drain right there. So you can wash boots, spray your dog down, do whatever. Which is pretty cool. It looks like bubble gum on the floor. This is a totally 90s basement. It's like they decorated it in the 90s and they were like, forget it. We'll just leave it forever. Man, that's an awesome yard though. So slate. So we saw it in the other house. This is something I typically see in outdoor spaces. So that's why, for me, instantly when I saw the interior at the other house and you could see that slate flooring, to me, it screams exterior of the home. So let's see here. I like it though. 4 garages, or 2 bays, 4-car garage. I'd be peeking in there for my dream cars. Look at that. It's very, very stately looking. So you got a roundabout situation going on right here though. So let's see. I do like that they have a floor plan. Let's see. What a mess, right? Like, so I assume this was the original floor plan of the house, possibly right here, and then over time they added to it. Maybe this was the garage originally. It's hard to say, but they just kept piecing on these, and that's how a lot of these houses are, where they kept adding to them and like gluing on space as their family grew and as their needs grew. And they can be great and they can be terrible. So a lot of times those houses take longer to sell. And so when we get calls from people who say, I want to sell my house, it's X amount of square feet, the big question is it usable square feet? Is it functional? Does it make sense? Because you can have a 10,000 square foot house and it could be laid out beautifully and make sense and not feel like 10,000 wasted square feet. And then you can have a 10,000 square foot house that's just a disaster, like a maze to get through, and then nobody wants it. So right, we have to go through bedrooms to get to other bedrooms and things like that. So So this one, 2.6, I feel like 2.6 is fair. This is a 1.83 acre lot. That's nuts. But it is Franklin, so you do have bigger lots, but the one thing you do not have in Franklin is sidewalk streets, or streets with sidewalks. So let's see here. My big joke whenever I talk about Franklin is that usually if you look around for a little bit in Franklin, you can find a bunch of pools, but then tennis courts. They're everywhere in Franklin. It's like so here's one right here, here's one right here. I don't want to keep it. Here's one right here. It's like everybody in Franklin loves tennis. That's again, I'm not super athletic, so I don't play tennis. I just like cars. So if you've got any car things going on, invite me. And then Dan Gilbert's house, I don't know where it's at exactly, but it's like the size of a city block. It's in here somewhere. It's just massive. This is probably it. I don't know. It's just gigantor. And he has it all blurred out, and he doesn't like if I talk about it. So I got a message that he wanted me to not talk about where his house is, but it's in Franklin. I'll tell you that. All right, so next house on our list. Wait, let's look at how much the taxes are on this. 27 is so about $35,000, $34,000 a year for taxes. That was what the previous owner was paying. You would pay more. So let's see here. Number 4 on the list. This is 2974 Turtle Pond, Bloomfield Township. Was listed for $3.45 million and it sold for $3.2. Let's see here. Is there a video? Of course, there's not a video. And this was built in 21, so this is a newer house. Nice. I mean, it's nice looking. Probably it's a newer construction. Let's see how it's built in 21. I have mixed feelings about these garages with a front load, where your front yard is taken up by your driveway. If it can be avoided, I would like for people to avoid it. I like to have actual grass for my front yard and then entry to the garage over to the side. But it's not my house, so this is a walkout, so I do like that. So this, I don't even know if this was ever lived in, so it's just so brand new. Twisty lights, woo. As long as you keep they didn't. I'm weird about a lot of things. I think you're seeing that, you're hearing that. I don't like it when you mix lighting temperatures and styles. I think that they should all be pretty consistent throughout. Got the sun coming in here. Look at this on my face. So you've got this fairly modern look here, and then you have this, and these look like warmer lights, and then you have these bright white lights. Not a huge deal, but for me, if I bought this place, one of the first things I would want to do is change the lights, which is just annoying. So then again, so they continued them here, so these match these up here, but still it's just annoying because the other ones are bright white. What is that? Is that a bench? Am I supposed to sit there? Oh, okay, that's a table, and that's the bench behind it, and then you're right up against the couch. Just give me a regular island. You don't need to be all fancy like that. I just need a regular island with some stools. So again, they matched all the other stuff. It's just that one light that I think that I personally would need to replace. Not knocking the whole house for it. The house looks like so far it looks like it's really well constructed. Actual real hardwood flooring. This looks like a pre-finished product, not a site finished product. So you can see there's it's darker in the ridges here. So they're able to bring this product in, lay it down without actually site finishing it, because it doesn't have like a consistent look to it. Cabinetry looks nice. I like how open everything is. This is probably like a giant wine closet or something like that. Okay, so you see how? Yeah, just give me an island. So back here, you can see through back here, and what I see is the primary bedroom. I think that's what it is. And to me, it's a little weird, right? Or was it? Or that was, I guess, just another bedroom that they're not going to show us yet. They're not going to show that to us until maybe the end of this thing. So this is the primary bedroom. man, you guys out there are just gonna think I'm picky, but like I do not like this wall. I don't like that this is not centered. It's probably centered with the bed, which that's fine, but it's not. Like you've got too much of an overhang over here, and it's very thin over here, and then you have this new this wood over here, which is cool, but visually I don't love it, and I don't love that I can see the seam. Like it's not a seamless design. Just not. I don't love that. So you do have this built-in bed platform. I assume maybe it comes with the house. Maybe this was the person who lived there and they're leaving it. I don't know. Like I forgot what they call this. Is this soldier? Is that what they call it? Soldier rows, where it's just lined up perfectly. I'm not a huge fan of that. Again, that's just personal preference here. All right. Look at these. It's a giant shower, though. I do like that. What is that? Is that a different one? 1, 2, 3, 4. But where? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out if both of those showers are in this same bedroom. They might be. I don't know. So, okay, so here's your laundry upstairs. Another bedroom with an ensuite. Okay. Another bedroom. They really like these platform beds. There's a bunch of these here. Where was that? What? You see? Is it? I am genuinely confused. I have no idea what this is. This looks like it is possibly the basement, but this stairway looks incredibly slim. Like maybe a small child can fit down there. Maybe. That is bizarre. And so you've got these. Oh, okay. I think I understand this. This is a stairway to bunk beds. So this stairway goes up here and then goes to either one of these bunks. I don't know. I usually see stuff like that in Airbnbs. We're just trying to pack a whole bunch of people, and now we're back upstairs. 0 cents. This is the gym, I think. Gym and bar. Okay. I don't know. Yes. Finished basement. With the gym. And the bar. And a bathroom. And this is upstairs again. Now this is all the way top floor. This is probably not top floor. This is probably in the basement. Yep, because I can see out here. Photos are not laid out well at all. So we're not. I'm just trying to criticize or critique the house itself, but this is not laid out. Okay, now we're back to this. And now we're out of it. Floating toilet. Random TV room. Nightclub bathroom. Laundry. Outside of the bathroom. Extra bedroom. Guys, I don't know. House is so confusing. So it's sort of sandwiched in here into this little pie-shaped lot back there. You can see that from these images. Oh, it's by the golf course. Is it actually by the golf course? Yeah, it is. So let's look at it on a map here. Okay, so you've got Turtle Lake right here, Upper Long Lake. Golf course is right here. That's not the house, though. That's where it's saying it. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's very confusing. So it's not marked correctly either. Let me see what the taxes are here. Oh, only like $20,000 a year for the taxes there. Bloomfield Hills schools, Bloomfield Township, Bloomfield Hills, so your tax rate's going to be a little bit different. So is it worth $3.2 million? I don't know. The lot is okay. It's 0.39 acres. It's not huge. Layout is super strange. Maybe it's just because I couldn't get a real grasp of like how the place is laid out. It looks like the construction was done well. I love that it doesn't look super cookie cutter. Like the actual look of this place is pretty cool. Looks like they put some thought into the design. I just wish I could get a better grasp on the actual layout. So this is 7,600 square feet altogether. All right. Number 3 on the list. So we're almost done here. So this one, it says it does have a video. So the original list price was $3.449 million, sold for $3.2 million after 68 days on the market. Let's check out this video. All right. So this is in Birmingham, and this house sort of screams Birmingham. You have a lot of construction that's more like this, and then more transitional design where it looks like an older home, but it's more like a newer home. Right off the bat, some things about this house. So again, it listed for $3.4 million, sold for $3.2. Little over 6,000 square feet total. I don't love the curved the curved front end design of this. Like that, it's not my favorite thing. But I will say I like that they had a video. And it did a pretty good job of letting me know what to expect from this house and sort of how it's laid out. So it was better than most, I'll say that. So let's see here. What do you guys think about this? Do you like this right here? So do you like this material that's used here? So you have 1, 2, 3 different material choices on the outside, and then you have the fourth dimension would be the glass. How do you feel about that? Let me know. And would you want a glass door like this where it's just wide open glass and everybody can see in? I know it's always weird when I pull up to houses to show them, and a door will be like this, and sometimes you can't tell if the door is just wide open or if they just have a big glass door like this, just letting all the light in. So you come in the front door here, you have the office over to your left. I like that design. I'm not a huge fan of glass doors in the office. If you have kids like I do, it's just hard to really get anything done. All the noise just comes right in, so I need like solid doors. I don't know if it didn't seem like this in the video, but I don't really love, this looks like mint chocolate chip ice cream to me. It's got like this greenish tint to it, along with all the other stuff going on. In the video, I really liked it. So I just, maybe it's just the photos that are throwing me off a little bit. So you have light wood floors. You have this slightly darker pillar and upper piece. You have these darker cabinets over here. I assume maybe that's the refrigerator. So there is 1, 2, 3 different shades of wood right here, and then this black. I don't know if it's just painted wood or what it is. It's a lot of tones. It's a lot of tones going on. It's not that it's bad. It's just busy. It's very, very busy. Let's see. So you have 2 islands. The secondary island's just sort of like I don't know. It just doesn't make a ton of sense. Could somebody explain it to me? I don't know. Like this one's weird. Like I typically like I like modern design. This one is just a little odd to me. Whoa. Check that out. It's wild looking. It's wild there. Okay. I like this room. I don't know where it's at, but I like it. Upstairs, here's your primary bedroom. On an angle, so everything's on angle. So there's just so many lines and angles going on, and I know that it's a conscious design choice. I don't know if it's like for feng shui or what it is. There's a lot going on here. Some things are squares, some things are triangles, some things are octagons. Wow, that's wild looking. This looks like one of those ink blot things where like, look, what do you see? I see a rabbit. I see 2 hands holding guns. I don't know. What do you see? Oh, black and white, more angles, and then this looks like it's straight out of a lab. I don't know. And this, like that, the tone of, I don't know. None of the rooms are square. None of them. Maybe this one. This one might be. Now we're in the basement. What do you think about this? Like how thick this, when they do that, they usually miter it and then they join them back together so that it's supposed to be seamless. I don't know. I think I would just prefer the regular thickness, unless it's just a waterfall. Look at these lights. Okay, so I don't like these lights. I can tell you that right now. They look like they're broken. They're just sticks with a light at the end of it. Looks like somebody has like a Maglite flashlight they just taped to the ceiling. Lots of wine going on. Let's see. Okay, so then you've got a decent yard, and it's fenced. So that's one of the reasons. One of the other reasons that people like Birmingham is you can actually have a fenced-in yard, where a lot of the other neighborhoods, like if you go to Novi, Northville, you can't have a fence. Novi, Northville, Farmington Hills, all these other zones, you cannot have a fenced-in yard. And people are like, what am I going to do with my dogs and kids? Well, electric fence for the dogs. I don't know about the kids. Just tell them to stay in the yard. And I don't like this. I don't like the prison yard look. The cement block wall. It reminds me of Arizona or a prison. But yeah, a lot of angles going on. I think I've shown a few of these other houses around here. So you have this old, looks like a tri-level right here, and then you have this one right in the center right there. So this is super close to downtown. So you can see the downtown zone right there. And we'll look at it on the map real quick. That's probably one of the reasons it sold for so much. Yeah, I mean, it's right there. So you can get right on the trail if you wanted to walk. Again, parks everywhere, and you can walk downtown. So it's really close to downtown. All right, so let's see here. Number 2. Runner up. Drum roll. Listed for 3.7 million, and it sold for 3.45 million after 140 days on the market. Let's see if it has a video. Oh, it says it does. Let's see if it's any good. Okay, so one thing I can tell, so this is in Birmingham, so I don't know if I already said this, so 968 Arlington Street in Birmingham. If there's one thing that I can tell you, just based on watching that video, is that this house, for sure, above all the other ones, is the most expensive so far in terms of construction, design, everything that was put into this house. So it was built in 2006, and this is, so far, the nicest house on this list and one of the nicest that I've seen. It's not my style. It's not the type of place that I would personally want to live in, but you can really see the quality of the construction that went into this place, and the quality of every single detail that was put into this. Like, it was really well thought out. Video is better than most of the ones that I see. It still was not great because we have no idea what this place really is laid out like. There's a few things that I can sort of gather by watching that, like how to get around or navigate the inside of the house. But this is nearly 11,000 square feet, so it's 10,445 square feet of finished space. And I don't really know where any of the rooms are. So it's 5 beds, 5 full baths, 3 half baths, and we're gonna have to click through these photos to see sort of if we can figure out how to get around here. So again, we know it's in Birmingham. We've got this big circular driveway, and then the additional driveway over to the side, which I love to see. Is there a garage? Hold on, there's got to be a garage. It has to be. It's got to be over here or something. And then you've got the carport here, so you can pull up and get your groceries out or whatever. Entryway. Looks like this is limestone here. Door looks hefty. That thing looks like a solid piece of furniture here. Look at that. So again, exterior door, and then you come inside and you show the interior door. That's how I like to lay out photos. So whenever I'm working with a seller, I like to lay out the photos based on the directional path that I would take through the house when I'm showing it. So let's see if we continue that. Nope, we're upstairs. Okay. I hadn't looked at these first, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I don't know where we're at right now. I feel like we're maybe in the back front. Guys, you're killing me here. I don't know. It looks very nice. Now we're in the dining room. I'm speechless. So we have 2 different flooring types so far. This sort of makes sense. So any sort of wet areas, it's not terrible to have something like tile or slate. And this goes along with this, so I don't hate it. Herringbone, I think the overall look and design of this, again, it's not my style. It's not what I would personally go for. I've already said that. But it matches this house. It makes sense for this house. So like the beams here, all of the work that's been done here, it makes sense for the house. Let's see. So I like that it's open. So usually in homes that are built around this time, they're not as open where this one is. So I don't know if they opened it up eventually, but I like that you could be hanging out here with friends and family, and you could have the TV right here and still be entertaining, watching the Super Bowl or whatever. I'm not a sports guy, but things are on TV. Look at this under cabinet lighting here, being all fancy. All right, so you have the slate out here again. It's a slate out here. And again, it makes more sense when it's in a sunroom. So when it's in a sunroom, sort of off to the side. This granite, looks like they made a conscious decision obviously they made a conscious decision, but it has more of a blue tint to it, but that makes sense because they're pulling in the blue accent wall here, and then this blue range that they have here. So it's some fancy stuff. That stuff is expensive. When you start pricing these things out, you realize you're going to pay $30,000-$40,000 for a range. So the slate is in here, and then it's also in this bathroom. So I think this bathroom is in a basement, but I'm not sure. An elevator. I don't think the elevator was shown in the video. I don't know where the elevator is at. I don't know how to get to the elevator. I like this stairway situation. I think I like the light coming in here. I like the feeling of it. It's not that you need a really big TV over a fireplace, but it just looks very small. I'm being petty, but I'm not a fan of this furniture. It's not me. I can't knock the house for it. This looks like an older design choice. Like, we typically see this type of tile in homes that were built in the 50s and 60s. So we don't see a lot of it now. I prefer when people don't try to get fancy with their granite edges, when you just do a straight edge on them. I think it looks very clean. I think this is sort of unnecessary, but that's just me. I like this standalone soaking tub. I assume that's the water closet where the toilet is, behind that front door look-alike. See if they show it. No, they don't show it. Of course they don't. Alright, so a couple of... Oh, the bowl sinks! We were talking about those before. Those are a pain to clean around. Try to clean around those things. Ridiculous. That's what everybody says who has them. It's the number one complaint I hear. This is old-timey furniture. Like, this was in their old house front room, and they just stuck it in this room. What was that? What is this? I have no idea. If you know what that is, tell me. It's like, I don't know. Like, some of this seems newer, and then some of it seems much older. It makes sense for the house, but I don't love all the furniture. So this looks like it's a vinyl plank flooring, so that tells me that we are in the basement, and that's fine for the basement. So it does feel like an addition to the house. I wish I knew where the stairs came down. I like what they did here. So this must have been done fairly recently, because we don't see a lot of charcoal or black cabinetry done unless it's at the later part of the 2015 and beyond is when we start seeing a lot of this, like the dark grays. So that's where you really saw, like 2015, 16, 17, 18, grays, blacks, like all that stuff. We see a lot of that. So I thought, but then I don't know. Then you've got this little piece of trim throwing me off. Like, this looks like it's original to the house, and then glass shelves looks like it's from the 90s. I don't know. Okay, so you've got this little, looks like a miniature pool table. Either that or the photos are just weird. I don't know where this is. I know it's in the basement. I don't know where it is, though. So you've got a little office area, a couch looking at the person working at the desk, I guess. You don't have a TV there. And then a wine room. Because, yeah, what a weird toilet. I don't like that the toilet is higher than the sink. I think it makes me focus on the toilet too much. You shouldn't be focusing on the toilet. Gym. The drop ceiling in here. So they did the drywall in the other area, drop ceiling here. Doesn't look terrible, but it looks like an office space. Okay, so you have an external garage, or a detached garage back here at the back of the property. It's sort of how it looks in relation to Beeham. Oh, nice! Oh, I would definitely be looking for cars in these garages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, love it. I love it. Oh, are they going to show the other one? Oh, so they've got a loft area over the top of this garage right here, so it's like in a little apartment. So you can have your in-laws live here, you can have your adult child who doesn't want to leave, you like move out to the garage, or if you get into a fight with your spouse or significant other, go live up here. It was great. Look at that. Bedroom, little sink area, little kitchenette. What else you got here? Full bathroom. I love it. I love it. Use it as my office. It'd be like my studio. I'd just set it up for my YouTube stuff. So let's see here. We're back to number 1. So let's just look at it on the map real quick, and then before we go to the number 1 spot. So you're over closer to the golf course, just like the other expensive big lot home. You're not too far away, so you could hop on the trail here. You're not too far away from Birmingham, so technically you could get there. But let's look at the street view here. You guys are going to be super impressed with the condition of the streets. So again, streets are not great. That's it's one of the biggest complaints about Birmingham. Beautiful houses, streets kind of suck. And a lot of the houses are hidden behind these giant shrub walls, especially the really nice ones. and I would love to tour all of them. So if you know of anyone who lives in any of these places and they just want me to come and do a tour, I would love to. Even if it's not for sale, I'll just put not for sale on the video. We'll do a tour. All right, drum roll. I have no idea what this house looks like. Number one sale over the past month. Number one sale, Metro Detroit. Let's see what it is. 555 Vinewood Avenue, Birmingham, Michigan. Of course, it's in Birmingham, Michigan. Original list price was 4.5 million, and it ended up selling for 4.1 million. It's 6,200 square feet upper, and then altogether 9,300 square feet. Let's see. Do they have a video? An actual video? Man, ready? I'm excited. Look at this. Look at the garage situation. I'd go straight for the garage. Let's see. Okay. So, this is going to be hard to figure out how the house is laid out. You can see that the original design of the house, when we look at it, this piece right here was the original house. So it was like an old farmhouse is really what it was. Let's see when it was built. Built in 2005. That doesn't seem right. If that's true, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like an 05 build. It seems like it's much older and like it was continually added on to, because a lot of the design choices that I could see in the video just did not make a lot of sense, because it looks like an old farmhouse. It looks like an old farmhouse that they just kept piecing onto, and then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we need a garage. So let's take a look through these photos and see what we can find. So it looks like an old farmhouse, right? Like this could be like a haunted house easily. Maybe it was built in 05, but still. This is like your courtyard area. So your front of your house is over here, and you have this additional piece here, kind of like a secondary house. Yeah, the materials say so. These are again pre-finished hardwood floors. I don't like that they are ran the way that they're ran. So they're ran vertically and not horizontally when you walk in the front door. I like them to be spread out the length of the house instead of long ways. I guess it sort of makes sense because this house just goes on for days, but typically I like to see them horizontally. So if you have a long house, a broad face house, I like to see the hardwood go back and forth that way. I'm weird. So that's the way I like to see things. I don't love this, because then it's very long. So you walk in the front door, and then you have the stairway over here, and then also going down you have a sitting room, piano room. I assume it's a dining room over there. Yes, dining room over there. Let's see. Okay, so that's your sitting room to the right. where I would typically like to see an office. I'd like to see an office up front or somewhere away. I don't know where this is at, so no idea where this office is. So this right here, I wish I could zoom in. So I noticed this in the video. This is double stacked granite. So they have single thickness granite everywhere else, and then they have this double stack here. And people like it for the way that it looks because it's thick, it's double stacked. But there is a definite seam on there, and it's nearly impossible to get rid of that. So to me, I don't love it. Again, it's just a personal design choice. I think that you should just get a single piece and not a double stack. Gigantic refrigerator, man, all the food in there. So the appliances look great. See, so this is my problem with the pre-finished hardwood floor. I don't like the sheen that it gives off. So you can see all these little ridges in here because again, you're not finishing it on site, so they're not able to sand it all down and then finish it all one uniform color. This is pieces going in. And there's only a few companies that can actually refinish this. If you ever had any problems or wanted to change it, most companies won't even touch it. So if you decided, hey, I want it lighter, or there was some sort of stain or something on the floor, you're kind of screwed. There's a couple companies that I've worked with that will come in and they'll refinish the whole thing, but they have to take off just a very, very small amount of the product and then resand it, then restain it, and then reseal it. So I don't love pre-finished hardwood floors. I like site-finished hardwood floors. Personal preference. So this is where things get a little confusing for me. So I'm trying to figure out where we're at in the house because we know that the floors run straight from the front door, but then these are running this way, and I assume this is along the back of the house, but I'm not sure because of how sort of funky the layout and plan is. Okay, so I can't point at my screen, but right here is your front door, and then these floors are going all the way back. So then you come in your front door here, and you loop around to your kitchen area. And then this is like the secondary house that's built on. That's the vibe I'm getting. So I don't know how we got here, but now we are in the primary, I think this is the primary suite with the fireplace and everything. Pretty big, yeah. We've got a pretty big walk-in closet. I think this was a divorce. I mean, clothes here, not here. So that's usually my guess. Bunch of stuff in here, no stuff here. So that's my guess. That's the reason for the sale. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. First time for me seeing this house. How do you feel about this, where you have to walk through the bathroom to get to the closet? We see that a lot. It makes sense if you're getting out of the shower and you just want to like go pick out your clothes afterwards. I think that makes sense. And this is a his and hers bathroom situation. We'll go backwards so we can see these. Oh, flowers. Oh, nice flowers again. Oh, fountain. Patio. Storage. So in that video, it almost looked like these walls were green, didn't it? Like it was like a fallout shelter. We've got the finished basement, bar area. They did a decent job with it. I wish that there were more windows down here. Typically in a lot of newer construction, we see a lot of windows where it looks daylight. It looks like part of the actual house, where this feels like a basement. If this feels like what I see in like fallout shelter tours, where it's very, if the lights were out, you'd be in pitch black and be pitch darkness. I don't know where this is at all. This looks like it's maybe a mudroom right off the garage. So you have the bathroom over here, some coat hooks and things. Laundry room. Are we upstairs now? I think we are. We're upstairs. Okay, so that's back to where we were. So it's kind of a confusing layout. What people are paying, somebody would pay $4 million for this because it's on a 1/2 acre lot. It's 9,000 square feet of finished space, and it is, let's see here. Let's look at it in relation to downtown. See, yeah, it's right outside of downtown. So super walkable to downtown. I don't know. So right around $4 million seems to be fair. Let's look at the road condition. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So sort of a packed street again. So this is what it looks like from the road. Nice that they had it on trash day and they were trashing some stuff out. But the streets are pretty packed, but it's a very walkable community. So I think about 4 million would be around fair for this. But what do you think? What was your favorite house of all of these 10 homes? Do you think any of them were worth it or not? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to continue to do videos like this. This is a very long video, but we went through a lot of stuff. So let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And if you're still looking for a place to move, or if you want to make a move in the next 3 days or 3 months, absolutely reach out. I'd love to help you make a move to Metro Detroit. My contact information is all below, and I'll see you in the next one.